like me, you might find yourself in Tokyo wanting to go for a run. Most people will recommend running around classic areas like Meguro and Tama River, which have awesome markings on the asphalt, Yogi Park or the Imperial Palace. But what if you live far from these running spots and want to run inside the city? This video should answer that question. First of all, at the start, don't expect to match your usual times. I found myself in one-direction streets, slowed down by walkers confined by railings, or stopped by stubborn pedestrian lights. On the other hand, I have seen beautiful alleys, found nice vantage points, and noticed hidden establishments that I could visit later. Basically, running is the best way to learn about your neighborhood. So how do you get the most of your runs? Here are some tricks and tips. Markings. Learn the markings on the asphalt. Generally, white lines are symbolizing the boundary of the sidewalk. Dead-end streets can be tricky. There is no standardized sign in Tokyo indicating dead end, although you sometimes find horizontal signs like Kono-saki ikidomari or Kono-saki dori-nuke dekimasu, which unfortunately can be easily confused with other signs. Mirrors. Streets here have lots of mirrors. Use them. You can easily spot if there is another car or bike approaching you from the other direction. Pedestrian crossings. Pedestrian crossings can be challenging. The timers work relatively, so if you are in a populated area, try running a few blocks left or right to find crossing without lights. Landmarks. Depending on where you live, it might be useful to check local landmarks. For example, in my area, I can spot Tokyo Skytree and the Toshima incineration plant with its characteristic white tower. Learn your landmarks, and you will always be able to find your way home. If the wind is good, from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. daily, you can spot planes approaching Haneda Airport. They don't head perfectly south, but they can still help you orient yourself. Maps. Near stations and important crossings, you can find maps of the area. They are super handy for a quick glance to ensure you're running in the right direction. Just be warned, maps in Japan do not follow north, but rather the view from your angle, so you might find yourself discovering the angular limits of your neck. One thing that I enjoy is that Japanese people are super polite. Here's a quick story. I was running on the road and came across a construction site with 8 workers and a digger. Traffic was strong, so I couldn't find a way to cross the street. One of the workers looked at me, said, "Michi o akemasu," I'll clear the way, and signaled to others to stop working. The digger moved aside and I could run through. That's the kind of politeness you will encounter. That's all. See you on the streets of Tokyo.